Welcome back to Combat Radius, everyone. We are taking off in our F-51. You can see back here we have a flight of 4, and we have some new rockets today. We have the pointy spicy boys, as we're going to be hunting some tanks. These are ATAR rockets, which are high explosive anti-tank. So we'll start getting going here down the runway. Got our flaps down to 10%. Ooh, she doesn't want to stay on the runway for me. But I think we can recover it. Yeah, okay, we're good. Woo! Okay, maybe I shouldn't yap as much when we're taking off. But I do think that the F-51, compared to other aircraft, does like the squirrel along the runway more than other aircraft. So we're reaching... Yeah, we can start rotating now. And we'll start bringing our gear up. Nothing that we have to jettison today, so we can just continue on our way. And the rest of our flight is going to follow right behind us. Alright, we are closing in on the target. Ooh, I'm going to lower my RPMs here, maybe a little too much, about 2,400. And lower the manifold pressure to 34 until we reach our target. But today I opted to have only a flight of 4 Mustangs because we have, as you can see in the mirror there, we have a flight of 8 escorts from another squadron. So we should be approaching the objective relatively soon so we can start to configure our gun sight. Now, just like last time, we're going to set the degree down to 42 degrees, so around 40, 43, a little more. Oh, keeps bouncing. There we go, 42. We'll set that to 42, and we need to set the range to the minimum, which is going to be 200. And lastly, we will cage the gun sight into the gun's position until we are on our final attack. And we're still running the mixture rich, so I think we need to throttle down just a hair more. 36 manifold. There we go, now we're running it lean. Now, today we are using the ATAR rockets, which is going to be a little interesting, because that means we're going to need to get direct hits. If I can check the menu here. I don't think we can fire these in pairs. So we might have to fire them like one from the left, one from the right, or have it on the continuous salvo mode. And then just be very, very quick with the trigger. Just tap it, just so 2 or 3 rockets come off. Now, the tanks are also going to be moving through a valley. So I think we can only really attack them from head-on or directly behind. Which is going to be a little tricky because that means that you're not going to be able to get a clean side shot. If you attack it from the side, of course, you're going to have a larger profile, better chance to get a hit. And somebody is saying that they've spotted the vehicles to our 12 o'clock. Oh. Our escorts are up there, and it looks like my squad mates have dropped down. Where did they go? They just up and left me. Well, that's not good. But anyway, looking at the river here, I should see a bridge crossing somewhere. Okay, so I think this is the city of Yongpyeon, right below us, meaning the tanks are going to be south of that somewhere, most likely. So I might actually already be on these guys. Oh, yes, right there, right by my wingtip. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks. Wow, that's actually a... Oh, maybe 1 or 2 trucks further back. So, I think we can actually hit these guys from the side, maybe. There is that little field off to their right side. So I think if we come around from that direction, we should be able to hit them. Although... There we go. Somebody hit him. Okay. Oh, wow. Dang. Leave some for me, guys. You guys just blasted them. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything left now. They are crushing them. Well, this is a good example of the improved AA, or not AA, the AI, I should say. Previously, the AA was very afraid to attack ground targets because all these little hills and undulations in the terrain would force them to abort their attacks. But now they're much more aggressive and they just smash ground targets. But it's really hard for me to see these guys. I think I see two vehicles over here by the bend in the river. I can't really tell what they are, though. So we're going to hope they're tanks. We're going to get our gun sight ready. We're going to come in and uncage. Hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Fire off a few. Oh, that was way off. Okay, yeah, I see some tanks and trucks all together. So, this is actually a lot more difficult for me because we're firing from much closer range. And you think that would make it easier, but I don't know. For some reason, I just find it much more difficult. Maybe... I'm not sure why. If anyone can tell me in the comments section down below if there's a reason maybe employing the rockets from closer would cause some issues, but I don't know. You saw in the last strike where we used the Haver rockets, I can be dead on when I'm firing from like 1.5, 2 kilometers away. But when I'm just a few hundred meters away, I'm just off by a country mile. Maybe I'm not giving it as much time for the gun sight to settle when I'm firing at closer targets. When I'm firing in an area, you know, you don't have to aim for a specific point, but if I'm aiming for a specific tank like this, I do have to get closer to identify the vehicle, which means I have less time to line up the attack and have the gun sight settle. But who knows? We still have quite a few rockets. Looks like 4 and 3. So we'll try and come in for another pass here. Trying to see where the vehicles are. I see 2 destroyed and a forest. Like, so for me, this is actually pretty difficult to spot these guys. Okay. I see one here. But now I feel like we're too close to actually do our attack run. So maybe I'll just pepper a little bit with the guns. Oh, I forgot my guns are up. Yeah, okay. That's a truck. That's not moving. That's destroyed. Those 2 are tanks. But they've got the forests on each side of them. Maybe we'll try doing an attack from the rear. We're going to give it a little more oomph. Maybe 27. And I will bump up the manifold pressure as well. Okay, so there are the 2 destroyed trucks. And the tank should be entering the edge of the forest. Not enemies, our friendlies are coming in for some strafing runs on the trucks as well, but I really want to prioritize those tanks, so I'm going to let those guys go for the trucks. Any extra damage that we inflict is great, but I want to get these big ones, the prize. Okay, I see 1 truck. Let's see, we're going to cage the gun sight. We're going to bring it on. We're going to uncage. And we're going to let that settle. Oh! I think that first one hit him right in the rear. Did we get him? Woohoo! I think we got one. Surely that guy's down. Okay, you know, I'm actually kind of proud of myself now. I think I got way too close on that guy, but a tank is a tank. Though I will say, oh, these are our friendlies, right? Yes. Just want to make sure. Just seeing a big formation like that does spook me a little. Why are these guys coming down so low with us? Yeah, those are F-51s. No yaks down here, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to stay over the target for too long. I think our allies have done a good job peppering this convoy. So I think I'm going to just dump the rest of the rockets on whatever I see. And then we will start making our way back to base. We don't want to stay over the target for too long. Okay, I think I see another one. Yeah, I think these guys are telling me that they're all done. They're ready to go home. So we're going to dump all the rockets on anything we see. So going to cage the gun sight, put it on the gun position. Oh, there's a little glare on the propeller, making it a bit hard to see. Okay. We are going to uncage, let it settle. Oh, it's a little squirrely. I don't like that. We're slipping a lot, but we'll let it go. Not quite. SU-100s. Ooh, those are some IS-2s. Okay. We didn't get anything on that pass, but we got one tank. The rest of our team got quite a few. We don't have to knock out everything we see, but next time I think I will bring some bombs instead of these ATAR rockets. I thought it would be fun to try out, but I think the bombs are certainly more effective. So, we'll start making our way back to base, and I will see you guys when we prepare to land. Okay, everyone, we've made our way back to the airport, and we are on final approach, making sure that my landing gear is down. Yes, we are extending it now. Now we're coming in a little fast, and I need to drop down a little more, so we're going to start throttling down. We're coming in very crooked. There's a very bad crosswind today. It's like 30 miles an hour directly perpendicular to us. So our nose is going to skew a little to the right. We're coming in very crooked. Not a fan of it, but I don't think we'll have too much trouble with it. We are coming in a little fast, though. Maybe skidding a little bit actually won't be that bad of a thing. That'll help us slow down a little bit. Oh, nose dipped a little bit there. Okay, now we can just... Oh, she's coming down a little too fast. It's going to be a little bumpy. Okay, she's settling. Let her settle. And... Okay. Oh, a little bit of a hop. Okay, now she's down good and proper. We'll pull back the wheel to lock the tail wheel. And we'll bring her to a stop. Okay, not that bad. We did some good damage to that convoy. So I will see you guys back at the headquarters, and we will prepare for another mission. Welcome back to the headquarters, everyone. We just finished our attack armored column, and we actually did some really good damage here. We ended up knocking out 4 tanks, so each aircraft in our flight knocked out 1. And our wingmen also damaged an additional 8 vehicles and 3 artillery pieces. So overall, a very, very good strike. However, I did think we learned a lot about how we should employ our ATAR rockets. They are much more finicky compared to bombs, and I feel like if we have a mission like this where we know what the target is, perhaps bombs would be better, because we can get in, hit the target quickly, drop all of our ordnance, we don't have to linger over the target as much, and we do have a lot more leniency in how we employ the weapons. So the rockets, you have to set up a very specific dive, you have to get a direct hit, whereas the bombs, you just drop them anywhere near the target, you're probably going to get something. And so, if we have any objective like this, attack armored column, in the future, I think it would be better if we take a pair of bombs. So now you're probably wondering, when would you use the ATAR rockets then? And so I think that the ATAR rockets would best be used if we're doing one of these, if I can find it here, not these attack columns. Where? Oh, yes, these. Like the armed reconnaissance missions, these. We're not sure what we're going to find, so we just go around the area. If we see a target, we can use maybe 2 of our rockets, 4 of our rockets, 6 of our rockets to knock out that target, but then we still have some ordnance left over to continue and search for more targets. If we took bombs on the armed reconnaissance missions, we would drop them, and then we have no more munitions to attack further targets. We could use Haver rockets for those types of missions too, but having the ATAR rockets gives us a little bit of everything. We can still attack soft targets with direct hits with the rockets, or simply just using our guns, but we still have the capability of attacking armor as well. So for these types of attacks, like the attack artillery or the attack tanks especially, use our bombs. Maybe we can get away with using Havers for these, but later on, if we ever do any armed reconnaissance missions, these missions are when I think we should be using the ATAR rockets. But nonetheless, we did get a lot of request points. So just like our North Korean campaign, we're going to start filling out our squadron. Now, it is a lot smaller than the North Korean wing at only 24 instead of 36. So we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more pilots we need. Did we request any previously? No, we did not. So I think we can get those now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll request those, and we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I only have 6. Okay. So we'll get 6 pilots and 6 planes. We'll probably do another mission today, and we have plenty of fuel, ordnance, and equipment, so this should not be a problem. However, compared to the Yak-9 campaign, we're going to be using a lot of ordnance, so we're going to spend much more of our request points filling out these here with our logistics. So, now that that is out of the way, I think we have just about a little more time for one more flight. I'm curious if there's any bombers that we can intercept, because I am in the mood to do some traffic interdiction. What is this? Interesting. Just soft targets, trucks or so? Regardless, I was really hoping that we can do some bomber interception, or are there any, like... No, I'd imagine the jets would be the ones that are going to be patrolling for air targets. So I guess we're going to continue with our ground pounding. Ooh, attack airfield. That's going to be a spicy one. But I think we'll save that for another mission. We're gonna dedicate a whole day to that, because that's going to be a very big objective. So we got our close air support over here. Attack artillery. Attack troops. Ooh. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? I love the smell of napalm in the morning, baby. I think we're gonna go for napalm. So, let's see, we can have 12 in this flight, so let's have 4, 8, 12. We'll leave out green flight. Now, as far as fuel, it's not that far of a flight, 119 miles round trip. So, yeah, we're fine. Even at 150 fuel? Yeah, that's cutting it close. So let's go 65% just to be a little on the safer side, right? That'll be 240-ish. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll have our gun sight and our rear view mirrors. And for what goodies we want to bring. Decisions. I think the napalm will be fun just because napalm. and maybe some Haver rockets. We're gonna go for a big strike. Maybe some napalm, and then we'll just blast something with the Haver rockets. Now, I'm not sure exactly what type of troop concentration this is going to be. Maybe it's an encampment, or maybe it's going to be a convoy of trucks that are carrying troops, or it might just be troops out in the open. Who knows? But I think pretty much anything that we're going to see, this should be good enough. And, you know, the napalm's fun, so. All right. So, I will see you guys in the air. Alright everyone, we are airborne in our F-51 again, and you can see we have the rest of the flight behind us, and some escorts, always nice to have, and we should be approaching the objective very, very soon. Actually, I think at this point they might be under our nose. I do recognize that lake and that river. They should be past that river, so I'm gonna start turning a little bit here. I don't want to have my guys crash into each other though, just so we can see past the nose. And we'll see if we can spot anything down here in the valley. Okay, so there's a river junction there. Just Korea's just so difficult to spot with. Right, so where's the lake? The lake is there. There is the river with this junction. That's the one that feeds into the river. This one goes ahead. There should be another junction below us. Crosses the road. I think. Oh, that one's a dead end. Ah, this river. Okay, so this is the river we need to follow. So our objective should be somewhere in those fields. Now, I don't see anything at the moment, but while we're looking for targets, I can just talk about the channel a little bit. You guys might have noticed that my mic sounds a little different today. That's because I'm actually using the mic on the Oculus Rift headset that I'm using instead of the Hollyland lavalier mic that I typically use. And the reason why I wanted to try that out today is I've noticed that when I move my head, my mouth is moving closer or farther away from my mic. Ooh, that's an encampment. Hello. So I noticed that my voice got louder and softer if I moved my head up or to the side like this, away from the mic. So I wanted to try this to see if I could solve that problem. So, if you guys like the sound of the mic during the missions or dislike it, please let me know down in the comment section below. Now we're going to come in on our attack run here. We're going to go up to 2,700. And we'll go with 45. Oh, this is an ugly looking attack, but we're going to go for the napalm first. We want to actually drop early. That's a lot of AA. We're dropping way too low. But you want to drop early because you want the napalm to roll across the target. And hello. Ooh, you are getting close, buddy. Okay. But we'll start extending away. And yeah, I think we got him, guys. Right, that was a good pass. We're going to set up our gun sight again for the rockets. We probably should have done that earlier, honestly. But I was being a certified yapper. There we go. We're going to set it to 42 degrees again. We're going to set it to the minimum range and cage the gun sight for guns. I can see one of our flights down there going for their attack run. We'll see. Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow. They got nearly everything. Oh, my God. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be much left for us to take now. Look at that. They just leveled the place. You know, at this point, I think napalm might be one of my new favorite weapons. I don't know if there's going to be much for us to hit here, but, you know, we'll give it a good try. We need to thin her out a little bit here. Honestly, I don't even know if there's going to be anything alive in that still. I do see an AA gun down here. We'll go for him. Recage. Set it for 3. We're slipping a lot. Nose is down. Fire the rockets. A little far, but that's good. And, oh, I don't want to fly in the smoke there. Look at that. Got a ton of them. So, there is a lot of AA here, so I think we will start returning to base. Welcome back to the headquarters again, everyone. We had a successful mission attacking the troop concentration here. Unfortunately, we did end up taking some losses. We lost 2 of our pilots, and wouldn't you know, it was a mid-air collision again. So, we will deactivate these 2 guys, and luckily we should be having some more aircraft coming in as well, or more aircraft and pilots, so we can start filling in these gaps. And we do have a few guys who have damaged aircraft. I don't think we have any in reserve. So we will send all of these guys to the reserve for now, and we will start to... let's actually consolidate these guys. Can I select more than one at a time? I don't think I can. But I think that should still be okay for now. We'll have you 2 together. There, that should be good. Or actually, Coleman, you're gonna come with me. Alright, so we have 2 flights, 3 flights over here, and then 1 guy over by himself in flight 3. So we are very short on pilots. That is a serious concern for us. So we still have 4 request points. Fuel and ordnance is good. I'm going to... We're getting a lot of aircraft. We want to start filling out some pilots. And just because we have so few slots in our squadron, like only 24, I wouldn't mind actually having some extra pilots in reserve that I can rotate in and out. So, I also saw some comments mentioning that we should, or why can I not click this? Okay, so it's too late in the day. We're not able to have any more missions, so we will end the day. Oh, unplanned mission. Our transport planes are doing their best to keep our troops supplied, but their fighter escort cannot stay with them for the entire flight because of the distances involved. Your task is to cover our transport planes in the area marked on the map. Successfully completing the mission will be followed with... Okay. Oh, it's actually pretty short. But, you know, we might actually be able to see some fighter action for once. Yes, everyone's favorite. So, we will take our K-14 gun sight in our rear view mirror. And I don't think we need that much fuel. It's a pretty short flight, 70 miles. Can we get away with 50%? Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll be fine. That's more than double what we have. Or what we need, I should say. But who do we bring? Does it give me the option? Oh, it's going to be the on-duty flight. Okay, so we're not even going to be involved in this. Aw. I was actually really excited to fly this mission, but oh well. Regardless, we will see how our boys do. We'll click proceed. Well, actually, that's what the on-duty flight is there for, just in case any emergencies come up. We have some pilots that are ready. But still, it would have been nice to fly it ourselves, especially if we're going to be finding pilots or finding enemy aircraft to fight. But it looks like it was a milk run. They engaged nothing, saw nothing, and they come back nice and safe. No crashes this time, and, you know, it's an extra 4 supply points, which will be nice. Okay, but now, for real, we will end our day. And we will go, wow, moving up quite a few days ahead of time. April 7th. Do we actually have any shipments coming in on this day? Let us see. There we go. And we have a new newspaper. So we'll check that first. Jet planes in biggest Korea fight. Ooh. 90 Americans in red ships tangle near Yalu River. Oh, is this, This isn't Black Thursday, is it? It might have been. So I'm going to just scroll through this in case anyone wants to read that. If anyone wants to double check if this is actually Black Thursday, let me know down in the section, or the comment section down below. And we'll see if anything came in. Not quite. So our pilots come in tomorrow. Or no, wait, they come in today. Okay, so we'll fly a mission or two, and they'll come in pretty soon. And we will have our... Okay, so both the aircraft and the pilots come in today. Good, good. And because we spent basically a week doing nothing, I think most of our aircraft are repaired. So we will send our 2 boys here to active duty again. Casio, your plane should be done in less than a day, so we can get you back up in the air very soon as well. And we have Doyle here, who just doesn't have a plane. Okay. We'll have to fix... Oh, I think... Was this one of the guys that was shot down earlier in the campaign? I think he might have been, and then he returned back to base, but I could be wrong on that. Somebody could double check for me. But, let's see. Looking at the map here, I was told that if you do the missions that are in the hashed out area here under Operation Rugged, you actually get more of the resource request points, and it improves your effectiveness score. So generally, any missions that are done in here are considered more valuable than any missions out here. But let's see, Bomb Dam, ooh. We haven't seen this mission type yet, so... Even though it's outside of Operation Rugged area, it still might actually be fun to do. But, you know, I believe that the dams were notoriously difficult to destroy, so even with a large flight of Mustangs, it might not... We might not actually be capable of knocking those out, but we can take a flight of 8, so who knows? It might be nice to try later. But for now, let's focus on the Operation Rugged area. Close air support, attack frontline, attack artillery, close air support. I think... Ooh, vehicle column. That might be nice. We could do some strafing. Attack airfields, attack armored column, attack airfield. I think that'll be a good one. If we knock out their fighters early, they won't be able to do much later on, so we'll take a flight of 8 here. We'll keep these guys in reserve. We still have our on-duty flight. And as far as munitions... Ooh, wrong button. I think we'll just take a very standard loadout, just the 2 500-pound bombs, 6 Haver rockets. Really can't go wrong with these. Blow up a hangar and then fire the rockets at any aircraft you see laying about. We'll take the gun sight for the rockets, rearview mirror, and the fuel load. How long was the flight? 163 miles round trip. So, ooh, we're gonna need a... Yeah, we need a big fuel load for that. Let's take maybe 85%. I think that should be enough to get us... Oh, that's still cutting close, because, you know, this is going to be a big objective. We might be over the target for a decent amount of time. Especially at combat power, we're going to be burning a lot of fuel, so... Let's go full fuel load. This is in the Operation Rugged area, so we are going to get some more request points. And actually, speaking of that, let's actually request a bit of fuel right away. Just so we have that en route. And we'll keep 4 points in reserve until our pilots and more aircraft come in. And so I will see all of you guys. Oop. Never mind. I was going to say see you guys in the next mission, but I see here that the air medal awarded to unit commander. So apparently we got something. Let's see, where can we see our pilots? Oh yeah, there we go, air medal. Very nice. I think that is because, yeah, look at that, ground targets 50. So when we attacked that encampment, basically every 10th small little object on the ground counted as a ground target. So technically we destroyed 50 ground targets. I believe overall the entire flight knocked out like 100 and something. It was ridiculous. Most of those were tents. There were, I think, 8 vehicles we destroyed as well, including 1 tank. Yeah, so that was a very, very successful mission. Very, very nice. But I'm still not sure if we're able to, yeah, we still don't have any award points for any of our other pilots. Strange. Actually, can we see... Okay, so this guy got 8, 2, 0, 0. Somewhere along here, these guys got a bunch of ground kills. Maybe it was our pilots that ended up crashing into each other. But regardless, we will be attacking the airfield in our next mission. So everyone, let me know down in the comments section down below what you would like to see as far as missions, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Signing off.